Captain Jeff. We're going to get into some cast net stuff today. I mean serious cast net stuff. Now look at here. When you take the philosophy that it's not an option whether or not you're going to get a dozen, whether you can get bait or not. You have to take the philosophy that you're going to get bait. It's not an option, and you're going to do whatever it takes in order to get bait. And what that means is you got to chunk that net. Whether there's oyster bars there, whether there's a grocery cart thrown in the water and the bait's hanging around that, sand, grass, rocks, shallow, deep, it don't matter. Wherever the bait is, you're going to have to chunk your net. Now first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the nets that I'm rocking right now, things that I'm using on a daily basis. Now you guys know it's pre-pot. So during pre-pot action, a lot of tiny little baits, micro baits. So in the boat, I carry this little guy. Alright? That's a 6 foot, 3/16 special custom cast net for small baits. Okay? Most of you fools get a 1/4 inch net and the bait gets all stuck in your net and you Christmas tree that thing because you don't got the right net. So you're going to need one of these for pre-pot. Also during pre-pot, the mullets start to thin out and they start to get fast and you got to chase them around like bonefish. So I carry my standard 7 foot now you see how beat up this net is, but I'm still chunking this one. Alright, that's your 7 foot 1 inch mullet net. Bets. Okay, I can buy these things on eBay for like 85 bucks shipped to the house. That's pretty good. Alright, now I use that 7 foot net so I can throw it fast, throw it a lot of times, and be able to get the bait when it's on the run, because the bait starts to get real spooky this time of year. So I got the little mullet, I got the mullet net, and I got the little pre-pod net. This net, I got this thing super cheap. It was like 50 bucks. Dix was getting rid of them or whatever. I don't even know what name it is, but it's called, I call it my fluffy net. Alright, that's an 8 foot 3/8 mesh fluffy Rasta style rainbow net. You see that? And you can use that for finger mullet, pilchards, as long as they're decent size, and things that aren't too hard to chase down. Use that 3/8. And those are the 3 nets that I'm bringing out with me every single day. Now as you see, the 7 foot mullet net, I've been chunking that one for about 6 months and it's starting to get to the end of its lifespan. Starting to get pretty rickety. Alright, but like I said, these things aren't too expensive. I get them from eBay. So, knowing that that one's going to go down, I got a fresh one. Alright, this is I think a 9 footer, but anyway, it was a good deal on eBay, so I got it. The one mullet net's going down. So I got the, and those are the nets that are on the boat right now. As you can see, it's not an option whether or not I'm going to get a dozen or not. No matter what size the bait is, no matter where the bait is, I'm going to get it. Now I'm going to go over some of the old nets that I got through this year. Okay? This one is an 8 foot 3/8 inch mesh custom net. Now what happens with a lot of my nets is they end up doing that. And the reason they do that is because I catch a shopping cart, oyster, submerged pilings, a lot of nets that are all torn up because of that. This one here was a 10 foot 1 inch mullet net I was sporting for the last, I don't know, this thing only lasted me like, I don't know, 4 months or whatever. But again, this one got caught on the ground. I ripped it all up. You see that? It's all ripped up. So anyway, a lot of nets that are banged up here. This, for all you people who talk about taking care of your nets, this was an old leaf fisher cast net. It was that 3/16 custom. They were hard to come by a long time ago. This net lasted so long that the eye on the top of it, the ring, was plastic, kind of like that, and it just disintegrated. The net's still fine, the weights are still fine. I could probably fix that one, but I don't have all that kind of time. Here's another pilchard net. This was a big net I used to throw a lot, and that one's just all torn up. I could probably fix that one. What else do I got? A lot of small 3/8 nets in here. Look at that one. That was a custom net. That cost a lot though. Again, that one got caught on the bottom. Then I got this one net here. That was a heavy net, but I done tore up all the drawstrings. And I don't know, I probably got about a half a dozen more nets back there I'm not going to bring out, but as you can see, a lot of people talk about taking care of your net, how to use a net, how to throw a net. None of that stuff matters. The only thing that matters is being able to get a dozen. It's not an option whether or not you're going to be able to get a dozen or not. So you got to make sure you have the right equipment, make sure you have the right mindset, and don't worry about going through a few nets. Run that dog with Captain Jeff.